So it's the night before. I get there, and they're having church. They're still having church. I'm banging on the door, and it's weird, man. Nobody's coming, and all of a sudden, Joe Dog does that, like, hey, we're not ready yet. And I'm like, well, why'd you call me over here?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking nothing. I go, he tells me to take a probate, which would be somebody on probation, or they call them prospects. You're not a full patch member yet. You've advanced from hang-around status. You're trying to become a full patch member. So he says, hey, take probate, Obi. Y'all go get something to eat. So we went down to a restaurant, got a couple of drinks, something to eat, came back, and I go into the clubhouse. And when I go in the clubhouse, I've been in that thing like umpteen time. I don't know. There's one door I'd never been in. Now, for the listeners that may not know, at least with this chapter, if you weren't a patch member, which I wasn't, you're not allowed to touch the door. You're not allowed to touch the phone. But they're giving you drinks for free, right? I had been asked, and actually been told, that I need to become an outlaw. But I painted it as like, I travel all over the country, man. I can't have that bullseye on my back, but I'm very humbled by it, kind of thing. But so I go in there, and at this point in the case, it's been a year and a half. I'm a year and a half in, and my closest relationship is Scott Town. My second closest relationship at this point is the enforcer who went by the street name Clothesline. His real name's Brian De La Vega. Mm-hmm. So that was my second closest relationship. My third closest was the president, Joe Dogs, and then it just trickled down from there. But by this time, I've been all over the country. I've been to Sturgis. I've been to, Daytona, wherever, riding all over the place. So I've met outlaws all over. Actually, I've met outlaws from all over the world. Mm-hmm. And they were actually recruiting myself and Scott Town because I was bigger then too. But Boston's a little weird because Boston and North is Hell's Angel territory. Boston and South was Outlaws territory, and they were arch rivals. And then you get to Cape Cod, and Hell's Angels had a chapter there.
Got it.
So the Outlaws were looking to set up a chapter in Cape Cod, but they wanted to fill it with big, strong dudes that can handle themselves. Okay. And they were recruiting us for that, So I go into the clubhouse, door shuts behind me, deadbolts, steel frame door. They had
door you'd never been in.
No. This is just the entry door.
Got it.
Right. So if you get inside, you'll see that they've welded metal hooks to the steel frame of the door and put a steel bar across it. So that's going to, from a breacher standpoint, it's going to be a little harder. It'd be tougher to breach.
Got it.
So I'm in there. I'm having some drinks, and I'd been there, like I said, maybe 20 times. Who knows? There's one door I'd never been in. And Clothesline, my second closest friend, says, he's not a friend, right? Friend. He liked Scott Calloway. I don't think he liked Scott Payne too much. But he says, hey, Tex, can I talk to you for a minute? Or he says, do you got a minute? Either can I talk to you for a minute or you got a minute? I'm like, yeah. So as I'm walking, he grabs an ashtray and a lighter, or he tells somebody to, and we turn in, and it is a very tight stairwell. It's to call it a basement down there is being very generous, more like a cellar.
Got it.
Crawl space. I couldn't stand up straight in it, but it's a northeastern home, kind of split level. Mm-hmm. And as I'm walking in, Chocolate Scott, another member, comes in right behind
Scott?
me. Yeah, Chocolate Scott.
Chocolate Scott.
Yeah.
Chocolate Scott.
Yeah, they call him Chocolate Scott or Black Scott. But the thing is he looked like a black guy, which you can't be in the Outlaws.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be.
I'm guessing. I was assuming he
he said he was Indian.
semi-looked like one.
He said he was Indians, but they named him Chocolate Scott.
Oh, yeah. That would be my name.
Yeah, so I follow. As soon as I turn in behind Clothesline and Chocolate Scott comes in right behind me, I know something's not right. And now it's really tight, and you get down there. It was a little bit of a false start because there was something down there that another member, Veg, did not want me to see. Mm-hmm. And they come down. So going down those steps, I'm already getting an adrenaline dump, like I was talking about earlier, right? We come back up. I'm not free to leave. Outlaws everywhere. They're hiding whatever they needed to hide. I'm not sure what it was. But then it's like, okay, let's go back down. So I get down there, and
so they take you halfway down and take you back up?
Yeah, they take me down.
That had to be weird.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's almost like you're a surprise party, but they're not ready.
Yeah. Because if Veg just walks down there and he's doing this, I see him doing a movement that's like, hey, get out. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm looking for plastic on the floor. I saw a rope And I'm like, oh,
You
great.
saw a rope?
Yeah. Like, and I'm like, oh,
And you got to
man.
be thinking, I'm getting out of here then.
No, I wasn't.
What'd you think they were going to do?
I didn't know yet, but
even if you saw a
even
rope,
if I tried to leave, I mean, think about it.
like if I see a rope at all, I never see a rope, right? Because I'm
13 outlaws, but and they got guns. They already showed me their guns.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, so I'm basically at gunpoint. You know.
Okay.
So I go back up and we walk back down, and that's when we get down there. And Clothesline says, "Hey, there's a lot of shit going on, and it's my job to take care of my brothers because he's the enforcer."
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I need you to take all your clothes off, everything, boots and everything.
And would you have on boots or sneakers?
I had boots. He said, I need you to write down your full name, your date of birth, your address, your wife's name. He goes, I'm not going to ask for your kids' names, even though I can find them out if I need to. And he goes, everything, Social Security, everything. I said, okay, but you can hear my voice already because I'm having an adrenaline dump. My voice is higher, my throat's tighter. I'm hearing that underwater auditory exclusion. It's going woof, woof,
Bro,
woof.
I would be so scared.
My time dilation, my eyes are clicking. Everything I'm hearing is going, I need you to write down your, that's what I'm hearing.
It's like on one of those boxing video games when you're about to get knocked out or whatever, and you're like, and it starts to get kind of
blurry. Yeah.
Damn.
So.
And did you write your real stuff on there?
Yeah.
Did you know?
No, I didn't. I didn't, but I forgot my middle name because of the stress. I forgot my middle name was Andrew.
Did you just make one up?
No, I should have. That'd have been a smart thing to do. But then again, maybe not if they're really going to run it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, I'm going Scott Calloway, and I go Scott Joseph Calloway, and I'm like, nope. I'm going through this Rolodex in my head. It feels like it's 8 minutes. It's a couple of seconds. And then I remembered my initials, and I remembered, I'm Scott Andrew Calloway. But what I did is, like when we talked about shootings and stuff, and officers not knowing that they did it, certain things, the same thing happened to me, but it was on a verbal thing. I would have never known I said this unless I didn't listen to the recording, unless I listened to the recording. But while I'm forgetting my middle name, I turn and I go, and what else do you need? But it sounds like this, and what else do you need? Because I'm freaking out.
All right.
My diction's terrible, talking through my nose, higher pitched voice. And then I hear them yell, what do you need for that website? And I go, oh, okay, because I'm listening. I'm still listening, even though I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, okay, they're going to write this down. They're going to run me. They're going to Google me. And back then they had like a who'sarat.com you could go to and run. See
Were you on there?
No. But I said, okay, I'm feeling better.
Feet Finder they had too.
Yeah, right. So then he says, and then I need you to take all your clothes off. Everything.
Oh, damn, they want you on Feet Finder.
He says, because I got to check you for a wire. Here's the issue, Theo. I was wired to the hilt.
Nah.
I had 2 recording devices on me and a transmitter. And I won't say where, what, but
Fuck, use a damn iPhone at that point.
Yeah, well, yeah, back then.
No, I mean you were one.
Yeah, yes, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
all that shit you had on you.
And back then, that would have been like circa 2006-ish, 7-ish. They were big on Nextels, so you know, I know, yeah, great radio,
Yeah.
but terrible to call somebody on.
Yeah. Bring some milk home.
Yeah, I could key you up in Japan and it'd be like, what's up? Hey, you know, fine. But if I tried to call you, we couldn't hear nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
It sounded Japanese.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking
So
about.
damn, so they trying to strip search you.
Well, they did.
And were you wearing
I did,
underpants or boxers, you think?
boxer briefs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the comfort of a boxer, but the support of a brief.
Yeah. Look, I got them on right now.
I do too.
Pretty cool.
And much like that night, they're not white, which I was happy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, if you'd have sold them up.
Sold them up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Little of that back bay chowder, son.
I do. Well, I tell them, I say.
So were you joking at this point, or were you scared?
No, I was scared to death. I was scared. I joke about it now, but I was scared to death.
So you took your clothes off?
You can hear. So what I did is I took my coat, and it was cold because it was like November, so I probably had like more than one T-shirt on. Took all that off. Took my boots off, and I dropped my underwear and jeans down to my ankles. I never kicked them off, so from the ankles up, I'm completely naked. They checked me for a wire. He missed one thing that was I had in my sock. It was a device, but you know. So I go, he pats me down and I'm having an adrenaline dump, right? Everything's slow motion. I can feel my heart beating. My man parts felt like they were in my throat, you know?
Yeah. And are they calling you or anything? Are they calling you names and shit?
No. But during the talk, that's a good question because at least the way I was trained, you just don't want to vapor lock. You don't want to get the deer in the headlights. Look, at least keep talking. At least keep trying to find something.
Right.
Find a way out, get some information.
Like, what are you doing, guys? What's this about? What's the big...
I did. I go, should I ask what's going on? And they're like, hey, man, there's just some precautions, blah, blah, blah. And what he says to me, he goes, trust me, man. He goes, I like you a lot. He goes, but I've got my doubts too. He said, if somebody accused me of being a Fed, I'd probably smash them in the effing mouth. And I said, I'm not. I looked at him, I said, I'm not happy. And he goes, I wouldn't be either. But what you can't see is because we know each other, even though my words may be saying one thing, what my face is saying, the clothesline is, tell me I'm okay. Tell me I'm going to be all right. His facial expressions back to me were, it's okay. But I was, in fact, undercover, and I was wired. And if he found it, I don't know what's going to happen. So I pull my pants back up. I think I'm putting my boots on, and he grabs a piece of clothing. And it had something in it. And he says, I'm not going to find anything in here I don't want to, like some pictures of my old lady. And he laughs and he goes, and I go, I hope not. Now I'm standing there, can't stand up straight. I'm on the wall and I'm watching him knead this piece of clothing with his hands. He's doing this. And I know circa that year what our equipment was and all that stuff, if he would have felt it. Now, he misses it. He looks right at it. No. He misses it. And even while he's searching it, I don't know I do it, but you can hear me because I'm just standing there and you can hear me go, because I'm like, what am I going to do? Right? So here's the thing. He misses it. He hands me back my stuff. I immediately go into joking because that's not only me, it's also a defense mechanism when you're scared, right?
Yeah, been joking my whole life.
cracking jokes like I said.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't wear white underwear.
Yeah.
You know? And we go back into business. And,
you just keep saying that. Glad I didn't wear white. You just keep glitching. Yeah,
I know,
like,
right?
Glad I didn't wear white underwear. And it's like, what the fuck is
what's wrong with him? He's a robot.
Yeah. Bring in Choco Stain or whatever that guy's name was.
Chocolate Scott.
Chocolate Scott.
So people always ask me, what would you have said if Clothesline would have found it? And I said, well, I remember it like it was yesterday. It also helps that I teach it all over the place and I still relive it all the daggum time. So there's really little room for error there as far as exaggerating and stuff. So or remembering it wrong. I said, man, I remember it like it was yesterday. Maybe my first response would have been, I don't know, some pictures. If he said, what is this? Maybe I would have said, I don't know, some pictures of your old lady as a joke because he already threw that line to me. Mm-hmm. You know, am I going to find anything in here? The only other thing that I had in my head, and again, I remember it like it was yesterday, I would have looked at him and said, the gig is up. I'm an undercover FBI agent, and I can walk out of here and we can see each other in court, or all hell's going to break loose. The problem is that would have been a bluff on my part, because as far as I knew, every time I'd been in that clubhouse, my cover team couldn't hear me. Whether it's equipment, walls, whatever. I mean, it's 2026, and I've got FirstNet, and I can walk into a building and I can't get out, you know? And I'm like, I don't. So it's above my pay grade. But for as far as I knew.
They kept sending you in there.
Well, I mean, they had surveillance, you know?
Right.
But as far as I knew, they can never hear me. That night, at the end of the shift, you know, you go meet somewhere at a predetermined location, and I'm turning over my recording equipment to the case team and whatever. Maybe they're giving me more money for the next day or whatever, and they do a debrief. Well, when I got there that night, what I found out is that the first two guys covering me were part of the main case team. It was Sergeant Higginbottom from Massachusetts State Troopers. Everybody called him Higgy, and then Detective Cummings from Brockton PD. And because they had known me for a year and a half or a little more, whatever happened at that first interaction with Joe Dogs at the door, it made them think something was up. And they had pulled close enough or whatever, they were able to hear everything. When they heard me getting stripped, of course they can hear that I'm scared because they know my voice, right? Mm-hmm. They're radioing back to Boston saying, hey, anybody now get down here. And as far as the way I was told is everybody was coming blue lights and siren. Wow. Down there. And they didn't hit it. They went ahead and they had a plan because they've been in that clubhouse on other law enforcement activity, and they know how it's set up, and they knew how that door was fortified. So their plan, they put their vest on everything, and their plan was if they felt like it was time to pull the trigger to save me or whatever, They were going to drive the van into the cinder block wall beside the door to kind of breach the wall.
So you're standing there. That's what you're thinking. If he knows what's going on, that's what those are your two plans of action. And they're
out there waiting on.
And your case team is out there
listening.
And there's help on the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Clothesline didn't find it, and also because that case team, Higginbottom and Cummings, they knew me, and they didn't pull the trigger. They were like, "Hang on, he's still okay. He's still okay."
Got it.
So we go out that night, and it's me, Joe Dogs, and Scott Town, and I am livid. I'm raising hell, And even Joe Dogs is like, "Tex, you got to understand, this has happened to other brothers, other people, where everybody shows up, and it's just, we're the only people there, and everybody else is an undercover." And I played it off. I'm like, who the hell would spend that kind of time and money and try to,
Yeah, for sure.
Besides us, besides me. But I go back. I probably sleep maybe 30 minutes that night. I go and meet everybody. I think it was outside of IHOP. I hand out the radios, and I tell them where we're going to go. And it's pretty comical on recording because I say, all right, we're going back up to the Westgate Mall in Brockton. And Chocolate Scott starts bitching. He goes, "Man, I live right next to there. I could have slept another 40 minutes."
Oh, yeah.
And Joe Dog starts, he goes, "You guys are the lazy." He goes, "You guys are," let me get it right. Yeah. He goes, "You guys are the laziest bunch of damn criminals I've ever met in my entire life, And I'm even busting this. I go, "Hey, I thought I left my wife at home. Can you stop complaining,
Chocolate guy.
Yeah. So we go, we do the deal. One truck pulls up.
It's fake drugs?
No, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real drugs. So, I mean, they're smelling the weed.
You must have a good budget up there then.
Well, I don't know where the case team got it. It's probably evidence from another case.
Got it.
And it gets signed out. But can you imagine if we lost that? FBI loses 50 kilos of cocaine. Are you kidding me? So, yeah, snipers are up and everything. So the truck's back up. The undercovers, Joe Dog's on the truck, OB's on the truck. We're covering stuff. They're pulling surveillance, and just like normal surveillance, I mean, they got people going, I've been burnt. There's a guy staring at me. Calm down, dude.
Yeah.
And if a cop shows up, let us know. We're going to pull the trucks away. And we pulled off the deal. And then I went and paid everybody.
So y'all did the deal?
Yeah, it went across. They got to meet Manny. Joe Dogs wanted to meet Manny, who was, of course, was an undercover, but he is a Hispanic guy that did all kinds of cartel stuff.
Shout out Manny.
Yeah, shout out Manny, man. Martin Suarez. He's actually got a book out too.
Oh, wow.
It's
got to check
really,
it out. Martin Suarez. You do the deal.
Yeah. And this is, we get it the next day. And like I said, we do the deal. And then that night, maybe I slept a little bit,
I'm going to need a massage after all this.
I know, right?
Hearing all of this, bro.
And then I fly home and I miss my flights. They're delayed, canceled, whatever. And then I go home to, when I landed in McAllen, I drove straight to the house. I brushed my teeth, changed my shirt, loaded up my daughters, my wife, and my mother-in-law, and we went to the Rio Grande Valley FBI Christmas party for Laredo, Brownsville, and McAllen offices. And I was Santa Claus for the kids after being stripped in the basement at gunpoint about 2 nights earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't stop.